In this video, I plan for December with a few special features. And while I do this, I want to talk a little more about decorating BuJo spreads. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment to help me fight the algorithm. I start my setup not with a cover page, but with a calendar. Cover pages look pretty, but in terms of efficiency, I don't see how they add value to the way how I personally plan. I like using a vertical calendar with the date numbers and the highlighted weekends indicating the days of the week. By placing the sticker in the center of the calendar, I divide it into two sections, one of which will be for professional events and the other one for private things. In my last video, I talked about bringing together the professional and private spheres in the BuJo. If you're interested to hear more about that, check the description box below. Still on the same page, I have my habit tracker. I always try to keep the number at a realistic amount, and 4 trackers worked well in the past. Too many trackers that will never get filled in are more stressful than helpful. For December, I chose a special habit that I marked with a little Christmas candle. Where I come from, the period from the beginning of December up to Christmas is a very special time. A time of contemplativeness, of spending time with the family, and in some way a time of self-care as well. It is a magical time in anticipation of Christmas. As a child, for example, I always had an advent calendar with a very small gift for each day. This year, I want to take 10 to 15 minutes a day to do something that I enjoy, that gives me peace, and that I want to get better at. Each day, I want to do a short hand lettering exercise. Talking about this right now, I am already so much looking forward to this. Here I realized that the header needs to pop more. Therefore, I added some blue to the fringes. Another special feature for this month's setup is a list with gift ideas on the right side of the spread. First, I thought I might create a folded Dutch door to hide the secret information of my gift list, but in reality, no one but me ever looks into my journal. So instead, I created a separated section with a stamp border. Here, I will make a list of all the people to whom I want to give a Christmas present, including what this gift will be, and the option to check it off as soon as I bought it. On the first pages of my journal, I have a general gift ideas spread that will help me to decide what I will gift to whom. This list, however, is specifically for Christmas. I hope it will help me so that I won't forget anyone and that I will manage the gifts stress-free and not last minute. Here I tried to match the style of my calligraphy with this sticker on the left. It is not perfectly identical, but I think it came out all right. The rest of the page I will use for general monthly tasks that I usually have on my overview page. On social media, I frequently see that people play down the journal spreads that they created with lines like, "It's not perfect, but it's mine," or "It didn't come out as planned, but I posted either way." And in real life, people tell me that they never even started bullet journaling because they were so intimidated by the pressure to make it look pretty. or they didn't start because they can't draw. In my opinion, this pressure is created through social media. Creating bullet journal content on YouTube or Instagram, for example, requires to make it aesthetically pleasing in order to catch people's attention, even if a post or a video is actually focused on planning strategies and not so much on art, just because these media are highly visual by nature. A consequence of this, in my opinion, is that the online bullet journal community is dominated by very talented artists. The organizational side of the BuJo, on the other hand, is underrepresented. And of course, this can give the impression to people interested in bullet journaling who aren't as talented, or who are just not into art that much, or who don't have much time, that bullet journaling is not for them. This is, I think, a sad thing, because the BuJo is a great tool to make life easier. It can, but it doesn't have to be pretty. It can, but it doesn't have to be about art. Here, by the way, I realized that I made some typos that I just embrace and move on. Since I make bullet journal videos, my decoration became much more sophisticated. But a few things are important for me. First, this channel focuses on practicality and planning strategies. I conceive and use the BuJo as a tool to be better with things that I struggle with. And this is what I want to convey in my videos and posts. The decoration is just fun, and of course, it makes my planning content more attractive to watch. Secondly, I absolutely cannot draw. Therefore, I use other simple materials to decorate my spreads. I have fun combining different materials, but in order to show you a simple and super easy way to decorate, I mainly used stamps and washi tape for this setup, which are fun to use and don't require any special skills. And stamps are also quick because, thirdly, time is an issue. Of course, decorating takes time, and therefore it is an absolute non-required extra to bullet journaling. To be a little faster, I, for example, never plan out my decorations before filming. This is, by the way, also much more fun because I draw inspiration from the materials that I use in the very moment of creating. I never know beforehand how my theme will turn out in the end. Rather, I let myself be surprised by the result. This is what I enjoy most about decorating. Another way how I save time decorating is by setting up all weeks at once, which is what I am doing right now. Many people prepare the upcoming week on the weekend, which means having to bring out all the stationery again and again. Therefore, it is much faster to do it all in one shot. Besides that, I also use the same layout for each week, which speeds up the process significantly. Of course, this is the one layout that works best for me, and in my video for September, I explain more deeply how I use it. Issues regarding keeping up with bullet journaling is also something that I encounter a lot on social media. Some people ask BuJo creators how they have the discipline to use their journal on a daily basis, and some even say that they couldn't find time for their BuJo because they were going through an extremely stressful period. This always puzzled me, because the BuJo is designed to help especially in stressful times. It should not be an additional to-do or burden on your to-do list, and it is not designed as a hobby. So, if you feel like you need to discipline yourself in order to keep up bullet journaling, it is possible that you are not using it in a way that is beneficial for you. Decoration is one factor that complicates bullet journaling a lot, and maybe this is just not your thing. Layouts also work perfectly without decoration. Or maybe the layouts you chose don't work for you. I, for example, quickly learned that I needed to abandon the cover page and the mood tracker because they didn't provide value for me. Maybe you don't need to use your bullet journal on a daily basis, but rather once or twice a week. Or maybe the bullet journal method is not fitting for your specific needs. In that case, there are many other organization methods out there that you could try. Here I messed up drawing uneven lines with the marker. To make this a little less appealing, I decided to add a special sticker for the Christmas week. That sort of conceals the long stretch of the marker. This shiny heart will mark the new year. As you can see, my spreads are neither faultless nor perfect artworks, and I hope I can contribute to reducing the pressure that you might feel about bullet journaling and to changing the dominant image of what bullet journaling is. The last spread of my December setup is a daily review page with one line to write in for each day. After I created the stamped frame, I wanted to center the 31 lines and had no room left for a header. First, I thought this was a trade-off, but actually I really like the way it turned out and I will be motivated to write in it. I guess what I want to say with this video is, make bullet journaling your own. Make your notebook your own. Please don't let the outside world rule over it, and please don't get discouraged by pretty pictures on Instagram. Experiment and find out which layouts work best for you and whether or not you enjoy decorating your spreads. It is not about the looks, it is about the method and how it makes your life easier. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you all an enchanting month of December.